Why, hello everyone. Welcome back to Lies of P and Side Quest. I'm very pleased to announce, and you might have already noticed, that we are returning to the advanced life. Yes, I think this duel calls for an elemental approach, and I was starting to feel the itch to get back to it. For the time being, I know we have a couple of new weapons to toy with, and we're going to once this fight is over. We're going to stick with tried and true to start, because this guy's very aggressive and doesn't give a lot of openings for fiddling around with a weapon that you're not as familiar with. So we're going to go back to these two pokey alternatives. We've got some acid to throw around. The biggest difference is our amulet loadout, because now we have a couple new toys to throw in. So I'm going to stick with this that increases weapon attack in proportion to Fable slots, because we're not using a lot of Fable abilities in this build. We're just going to keep those filled up as best we can. Going to use this to increase the weapon attribute damage buildup so that we can start setting off that fire and decay more quickly. This, so that once we have done so, continuing to use that kind of damage against them just works even better. And this to keep the equip load even halfway manageable, because a couple of these are very heavy. And that, I feel like, is going to do it. We can start out with the acid damage on first phase when he's in human form, because that'll probably be more effective. And then once he just goes full monster, we can switch to fire, and I expect that's going to work pretty all right. Let's see if I am correct. I will miss the claws and bow, but ready to get some elements back in here.
You truly are a nuisance, and in more ways than one. But the games end here.
Get acided. Ow. I should also be doing that a lot more. Especially when he, pulls out the umbrella, he's so backstabbable. Goodness, he's very backstabbable. I feel silly not recognizing it before.
Behold, an elixir of great power, crafted by the most brilliant alchemist as reward for my contributions.
Yeah. Probably shouldn't try doing that in the middle of a combo, though. Nope. Ow. There you go. All right. It seems to be working, though. Chill, man.
You know far too much. It's time for you to die.
Haha. Maybe later. Beautiful.
Wait.
All right, we're in fire mode. And also perfect parry mode. Come on. Be on fire, please. Beautiful. Love that. No! Ow, that hurt a lot. Okay, but phase one went beautifully. Yeah, phase one went super well. And in fact, I might... Since I don't really need the arm, the Legion arm, to be effective in phase one, maybe I'll switch to the fire arm. I don't know if I can have a lot of time to throw fire out there once he's in monster mode, but maybe. Probably get more use out of this than the other one. Also, folks have been mentioning that I've not been actually using the explosions in the firearm that I unlocked. I thought I was, but no, I think I forgot you're supposed to use the Fable Arts button. Supposed to press Y once you got the fire all good and charged to actually get the explosions going. Probably won't do it in this fight, but later. Later we'll have to try that. Anywho.
You truly are a nuisance, and in more ways than one. But the games end here.
Nope. Alrighty. Nope. Get backstabbed. Aw. Thought that was gonna work. Knock it off, man. It's quite enough. Feisty fellow. Nice.
Behold.
Oh, be that way.
An elixir of great power, crafted by the most brilliant alchemists as reward for my contributions.
Just spamming umbrella attacks all the live long day. Nonsense. Come on, there you go. Beautiful. Got in that combo someday, man. Okay.
What is happening?
Shame charm. Perfect parries. You're on fire. Now, it can go south so quickly in that second phase. Damage just comes in so quick.
You truly are a nuisance.
But yeah, first phase I'm feeling more and more confident about. So that's good.
End here.
Ow, I got greedy.
Challenges, or she too will die.
Very greedy.
Wait.
There we go.
What is happening?
Bring it. Be on fire. All right. Whew. Nope. That move gets me almost every time. May I have a turn, and please be on fire? Ow, stop that. Woof. Whew, thank goodness. I needed that. Ah, a little early. No, look out. Ah. Getting further and further. Yeah, he's very spicy in that second phase. I wonder if heavier fire sword would be a better alternative once we're switching to that mode. Can't get in a lot of hits, but I guess one of the big difference makers will be, oof, that charge attack is a little slow. Don't love that, but still might be worth trying. Give it a go.
Wait.
All right.
What is happening?
Bring it. Woof. All right. You're on fire, and that's good. Whew. We can block more with this, which is nice. Ow. Ouch. Yeah. Not bad. There's the explosion. Ow. Whew. He's spicy. Ow, man. Oh. Getting greedy. Shouldn't do that. Ah. Got further, though. Yeah, that big weapon seems to work pretty good. It really wears through durability. Also stamina a little bit. I wonder if... It's hard to tell how much this is helping me, given I can only get in so much offense in between all of his wacky combos. I wonder if it might be more to my benefit to... Yeah, do that. Let's try that. See how that goes.
Wait.
Bring it.
What is happening?
Let's go. Ow. Let up too early. Look out. Glad you're on fire, though. Whew. Spicy. Chill already. Beautiful. Going great.
I am no mere pawn to be sacrificed. I am Lumacchio.
Big hits. Love that. Whew. Thus ends the forever combo. Nope, wait, it's back. Yeah, there we go. Whew. Now there was a tough cookie. Goodness. Just in case you're about to get spicy again.
Please, my dear, good, kind fellow, hear me out, please. I can explain everything, all of it. Please, just don't kill me.
Well, all right. This feels like a great time for a conversation. Talk about the legendary stalker.
This isn't common knowledge. But when Valentinus ran things, she was... what was it? Off limits. Whatever she got up to, we were told to ignore it. To pretend it wasn't happening. But even as Simon gathered more power and influence, she remained loyal to Valentinus. And when she and Simon came into direct conflict, a bounty was quietly and unofficially placed on her head. Competition was fierce. Veronique's faction targeted her repeatedly, and our side couldn't disobey orders.
All right. About the medicine.
This is a mistake. But how? The alchemist gave me this elixir, no middleman. For the cure, it was complete. Worked on carcasses, they said. I was to have a stronger body, one immune to disease and infection. I was to become power. But no. It must have been a mistake. They gave me the wrong one. The wrong elixir.
Have you met the alchemists? It's kind of what they're all about. They don't even hide it. Like, even a little bit. Anyway, you had something else you wanted to say.
All this happened. All of it. Because of the alchemist and that damned infighting. I had to pick a side. Don't you see? I'd have ended up like Veronique. Or your precious legend. I had to choose. I chose Simon's side. I only did what he commanded. Please, I beg for mercy. If I did evil, it was not of my design, it was them. I must have treatment. I must, my good, kind fellow. Please, sir.
Mm. You know, for others, I've been a little bit more merciful, given that they seemed like they were past harming anyone, or had at least learned that crossing Pinocchio was a huge mistake. And given the trickster, liar sort we have here, I'm not really sure that like, with fake Alidoro, I had no concern that fake Alidoro was going to cause any more problems. And if he did, that was going to be a very solvable issue. You were actually a bit of a threat and a problem. And I also don't believe you or trust you even a little bit.
What? No. How could you? You promised you would let me live. Please.
At what point did I promise that?
Please, They promised. The alchemists. I must go to them. I must go to them and get my cure!
All right.
No. I was chosen!
This didn't seem like the sort who was going to turn things around and start living a better life. I was the chosen one is not what a repentant person shouts. In most contexts. Thanks, advanced build.
I'll be honest, it's the terrible conclusion that schemers like him face in the end. What a fall from grace. He had everything. Why throw it all away like this?
Whew. That was a really good fight, though. Like a very hard one, but a fun one to get better at and learn. He was tricky, and he had a fair number of moves, but not like so many that you couldn't start kind of, after 5 or 6 attempts, start learning his rhythms and feeling it out. I felt like a good balance. Very well made duel fight, I feel. Ooh, a couple options here. And yeah, several things we can do. Hang on. What did we pick up that's allowing these options all of a sudden? I feel like we must have picked up some things and then I didn't notice. Oh, we did. Golden Snail's tailcoat. The tailcoat worn by the leader of the bastards. It's a bespoke suit tailored for style and luxury. It is always best to treat others with grace and proper etiquette, says Lumacchio, calming a disruptive crowd at a social gathering. See, if that was what you had been shouting, I might have been feeling a little bit more merciful toward the end there. I'd have felt like you have to hand it to him. He's making some good points. Then the Golden Snail's mask, the mask worn by the leader of the bastards. The pristine mask shows no wear despite years of strife. His enemies called him slow and slippery like a snail. He created this golden mask to turn that slanderous name into a symbol of sophistication. It's a pretty cool mask design. That I will hand to him. Not actually going to wear it, but I do want to see how we look with a silly little crown. Pretty good. Lots of good masks available. If that's what we felt like doing. And this feels... yeah, that's a bit much. I'll go back to... so many good options. This has been working pretty good for me, though. I think this is the one we were just wearing. Nope. Maybe it was this one. Yeah, it had a hood on it. There you go. I like it. Anywho. I don't know what... maybe the artist finished her painting. Maybe that's why we're being told to go back to see her. Let's do that first. Oh. We did paint a thing, though. Flower field. In an ominous sky. A painting created by Godard, the blind painter. It has been painted roughly with oil paints. There's a couple things to look at here. In retrospect, we really maybe should have rolled her and her whole, like, canvas and everything indoors. That might have been a good move. So humans die in the cold. I see. This is good knowledge for a capital R, capital B, real boy TM to have. Where's the stuff? Here we go. To the one within the darkness. To the one who showed such kindness to this blind painter, who had lost her light. After you returned to my lost art supplies, I became inspired and finished my painting. This painting. As time passes, I am certain the world will acknowledge its true worth. To that end, please show this painting to as many people as possible. All right. Oh, got a new record along with. And a painting created by Godard, the blind painter, painted roughly with oil paints. The painter, trapped in darkness, yearned for a ray of light to illuminate her from within. That light was connected to a profoundly blue and strange sky. Neat. Well, I'm gonna go. We have a hotel to check in with. Who wants to talk about puzzle boxes? Or alternatively, art.
I can't believe the leader of the bastards was conspiring with the alchemists. I never realized their interests had become so entwined. Well, let me take a look at those clothes for a moment. You see this double lining? It contains a hidden pocket for hiding valuables. I'd hoped I wouldn't locate the key to this cipher machine inside. It would appear the noble reputation of the leader of the bastards was a facade. I'll decrypt it right away, so we can see what heinous deeds he was hiding.
Please.
Lumacchio didn't simply cooperate with the alchemists. It appears he was Simon's hunting dog, stalking and killing those opposed to the alchemists. I am truly disappointed in Lumacchio. I thought him destined to become a shining pillar of light atop Krat. Considering who the lighthouse keeper betrayed, I doubt he escaped unscathed. Unless, of course, he'd prepared a hideout. If so, the only piece of advice I can give for finding its whereabouts is to put yourself in the shoes of the lighthouse keeper.
Steal the lighthouse keeper's shoes. You got it. I'm on the job. Decoded frosted cipher machine text. Target not found. Reconnaissance of hideout unsuccessful. Maintaining blockade as a standing warning to the target and all traitors. My apologies, Sir Manus. Your disappointment is warranted, for I have failed you. In my defense, the traitorous fat swine's been hoarding and stealing from us since the very beginning, and not one of us saw it. I knew that lighthouse keeper was both insidious and audacious, but I never thought he'd go for the elixir. I have no excuse. That said, I believe there is no longer need for concern. The target could not possibly have escaped the lighthouse. In the meantime, I shall blockade the seas themselves to make an example of the traitor. The gluttonous grifter will have nothing to eat but his own flesh. So looking at the image there, kind of looks like there's going to be a trapdoor. Can't quite tell what the attached drawing or photo or whatever is that's got like the arrow pointing to it, but maybe it'll become more clear once we get to the lighthouse itself.
Any enemy of the alchemy.
Anything else? No? Cool. You seem like one who would appreciate some art.
Well met, Master Stalker. Are you well?
I was wrong. You do not seem to appreciate art. Or have anything new for me that I want right this instant. And we didn't get rare, ergo from... Nah. Okay. Well, good seeing you. I'm going to figure out where this art go. Cat, do you want a painting? Wait a minute. You adorned the wall with the painting. Looking good. Let's hop back to present day hotel and see if that's there still. How's it going, Kat? Glad you like the collar. Yeah, I'm curious if that art is still there present day. Also, just... There's something else I wanted to check at Modern Day Hotel Craw. What was it? What was it? Hey, it is here. Nice. Wonder if that was there before. I bet no. Be pretty neat if so, though. If it's just been there the whole time. Might as well play the record we have while I try to remember what it was I was wanting to do here. Hang on. Here we are. The Clear Blue Sky.
Open your eyes. Open up the clear blue sky.
All these records really have been super nice. My compliments to the artists responsible for these tracks.
Can you see the snow? Melting down.
They're quite lovely.
Celebrate a brand new day.
Quite lovely, and in a style that, like in a variety of styles that it doesn't feel like show up in video games very often. Very lovely. What was I wanting to do back here? Well, let's check on the tree and the other planter near it. Not really expecting, yeah, nothing much changing over here. Really expected them to do the... Like when they gave me a seed saying it's going to take a while to grow, it seemed like the obvious hint was, oh, go to the future where it's finished growing. Very surprised that's not actually the solution. That's what I wanted to do, right. I wanted to check on our... this. Coming in nicely. Can't use it right now. I don't know when the time will be that you're supposed to actually use this, but I think I like our new art downstairs better. While we're waiting for the music to finish, let's sample some of our other weapon options, for I have gotten them all upgraded and ready to go. We have our... where is it? Where'd it go? Here we go. Our Welder's Blade. And also our Guardian's Blade thing. And we can equip both of them, surprisingly. So that's nice. I'm gonna switch back to... Let's say this one. Yeah. Now, we might need to switch up what weapon we're using. We may do the acid spear if we are just needing acid damage, if it's just human enemies we're dealing with. But for fire, we've got this, which I feel like is going to be a pretty good time. Strong attacks are actual pokes. But the, like, regular Y attack, pretty good. This Y attack just makes the fire even more toasty. Pretty awesome. Fan of that. As for this one, as you may recall, it is the one that you can both lightning yourself up with, and also, no more records, thank you, and also you can do the big beam. Which do burn you through all of that Fable. So, given that, maybe it would be better to swap this one out with this, just to get more damage from successive attacks instead of full Fable slots, since I might be using Fable Arts a little bit more with these. Yeah. We'll try it. But yeah, let's take these for a spin. See how we like them. But I think that's it for errands we need to be doing. Back to the shipwrecks. Let's go just a little further. Let's check the arena again real fast, just in case there's anything. I don't see anything. Cool. Okay. Forward. With our flamethrower. Okay. You mind? Wow. Pretty good fire damage numbers. So long as you're not getting hit. Boy, it is close range, though. It do be close range. Pretty cool, though. Definitely going to take a little practice using that safely, but promising start. Now, hey, look at that. It's devastating. It does a lot of damage very quickly. It does also burn through stamina pretty quickly. Hang on. Where? How? Ah. Nice. Ooh, yes, please. Hello, a madman's journal. I've learned the devil's method. The subject's body must be fresh, minimal post-mortem time. The container must have a close resemblance to the subject. Appearance is key. The essence acquired from the subject must have been produced before death. If this is true, only one element is missing, and it requires a desecration I can't begin to imagine, but must. Am I cursed? Is this retribution for letting myself be blinded by grief and working with these alchemist devils? But without her pain, I'd have no reason to go on. Send me back to my child. Alas, I cannot, but I can still get the child back myself. If so, that is the only course I can take. I'll have no choice but to make this my singular purpose. I don't know what that means. I mean, it sounded bad, but I don't know what it means. Ah! Hey! Jill. What was that about? Oh, they're gonna keep doing it. Okay. We best move. Be on fire, please. Wow, that really works. Look out. Yeesh. Hey, fish. Get cooked. Yoips. Yeah, this weapon's pretty cool. Nope. Bet that hurts a lot if it connects. Time to go. Move. Continue moving. Yikes. Yeah, wow, this weapon is great for small fry. I don't know how it's going to be against bosses, but great for regular enemies. Oh boy. If you can get that first hit in, really keeps them staggered. Keep moving. Next. Liking my new toy? Yikes. Oh. Got a butterfly in the sky. Wait. Now you split up, butterflies. Ow. Deserved. You. Gotcha. Phew. Got another disc. Hooray. Boy, when I get to whoever is firing those, you're in trouble. Ow. Bad monster. Ooh, someone is in trouble. It's gonna break. Hate that. Don't really want to be here anymore. Dangerous. I'll feel safer over here. Seems like time to use a different weapon. Probably works better when you actually get the electricity going. Oh boy. Fire! More fire! Ow. Good kick. Watch it. Careful. Now. Darn it. Careful. Whew. Yeah, if you can't be staggering your enemies constantly with this thing's damage, then you're at much greater risk. So it might be that it's just good for certain kinds of enemies, but not every situation. For those certain enemies, though, goodness, devastating. All right. We draw closer and closer to someone on a cannon who needs a talking to. Get some extra fire! You're poising through everything. Knock it off. Yeah, using this one without getting hit. Very challenging. And yet I still love it. Wanted by the Order, Alidoro. Apprehend immediately upon discovery. Fugitive fled after inflicting serious damage upon the Order. Multiple charges have been filed, including theft of confidential information, destruction of property, abduction and luring of Order members, defamation against the Order. Wanted dead or alive, no liability shall be assigned regarding his condition. I do feel like we are dealing with actual Alidoro these days. Feels likely anyway. Okay. Oh, we gotta get this. No. Watch it. There we go. I wonder if one thing that I might try doing is like we'll try using the blades like self-electrification sort of like powers to start doing electric blitz damage soon, just to like give it a spin, see how it goes, see if we like it. If we don't, maybe we try swapping out the blade for our old electric club, but keeping the handle so we can still do the big beam, but we are doing electric blitz damage by default, even without having to spend Fable. That could be worthwhile. Don't trust this. Don't entirely trust this. Alchemist's orders. The puppet locked in the brig is dangerous. To even think of releasing something as mad as that into the city, it cannot be allowed. When we've traveled sufficient distance from the city of Krat, retrieve what ergo's left inside that puppet and permanently dispose of whatever remains. That has not worked. I'm guessing this is a place where Arlecchino might have been held for a brief time. Yeah. Here we go. Better than the alternative.
But time flies, and there's much to do. I must now bid you all adieu. I have more debts to collect. The one who left me in such a wretched state. They call her the Legend Stalker now. Such a splendid little title. And she owes it all to me. It's only fitting to congratulate her in person. See the truth behind the legend. But I sure won't be doing that here with you idiots. It's time I paid a visit to the zoo and remind her of her debt. Oh, Arlecchino, you are a clever one.
They're really building this up. I can tell this is going to be one headache of a fight. That's a problem for later.
Do I even want to know what was in that cell? Or what kind of monster it was?
Jiminy.
Probably not. But here's hoping a deranged beast hasn't been set loose upon the world.
Jiminy, we've met him in person. We were on the phone with him constantly. We know his name. He said it. in person, and then I'm starting to think Jiminy's actually just been, like, pretending to pay attention this whole time. He's been just, like, scrolling the internet this whole time inside there. Being like, oh yeah, no, look out. Not paying any attention whatsoever. Why do I keep you around? Alright, that might be it for this little boat. Feels like a strong word in its current state, but let's get back on the other one. This might call for fire. Yes. Backstab with fire! And then a little extra on top. Oh, you have a friend. Getting the stamina back, come on. Thank you for finally catching on fire. It took long enough. Ow. Not a lot of healing here. Take it easy. Ah, come on. Whew. Close one. Yoips. But I see a cannoneer. And though I do not have a lot of healing on me right now, I do have some strong words to share. You suck. Nah. Hate you. Hate you and this. I'm going... Okay, a health bar. Nice. Yay, that helps. That helps. Oh, I see a chest over there, but there's also guys, and I have nothing for heals. Ugh, it's 3 of them. Maybe we can press forward just a little bit and double back. If we can just find a stargazer, then we can come back for the chest. Anything out here? Doesn't look like it. Ooh. List of sent items. The writing looks hurriedly scrawled. The document holder is empty. The documents contained herein must be sent with high priority. This folio must be transported aboard the Archon fleet. Assessment of Simon by the Order. The Path to God, Research Compendium, Books 1 through 3. Research Paper, Physical Alterations Arising from Ergo. Comparative Experiment, Awakened Puppets and the Ego of Ergo. Report on Experiment Number 7, regarding the cause of carcass mutations. Case Collection, Carcass Mutations resulting from side effects of the cure. Financial Report of the Order. Ergo Transaction Statement. Copies of letters and notes concerning Simon's close associates. And final list of Simon's followers. Come on, Stargazer. Birds, is there a Stargazer nearby? Is there anyone waiting to ambush me? Whew. Was really expecting an ambush. Ooh, Broad Bay 30 year. A bottle from a procured cask of premium whiskey aged for over 30 years. Someone who recognizes its value will want to buy it, regardless of how expensive it is. The Broad Bay 30 Year is a historic masterpiece crafted on a remote island to the north. With its deep and rich flavor emerging from the coveted oak barrel, it is truly worthy of being called a legend among whiskeys. Well, I know who we'll be delivering that to. Once we find a stargazer. Again. Yes. Oh, that's a relief. Whew. I was very worried. But okay. Let's call it a day. Tomorrow we'll deliver this beverage. We'll go back for that chest up there too. Don't think I've forgotten that. It's probably something good. And then we'll proceed further into the fog. Take care, everyone. Goodbye.